What's up there guys, it's Hubs and I'm bringing you guys a new video here. This is Frontier Hunter End with the Rainbow team. You can see my team on the right. My lead is my Holy Master Aim, level 80, 5-star Guardian with the Medulla Gem. And I've got my friend leader, who is Drake Queen Asha, 5-star level 80 Anima using a Medulla Gem. Goth Kukuri, 5-star level 80 Anima Medulla Gem. And I got my Holy Thunder Ez, 6-star level 100 Breaker using a Medulla Gem. My two healers, Genius Alimo, 5-star level 80 Anima with the Evil Shard. Evil Shard fills your Brave Burst gauge after each turn, just like the leader skills do. And my last healer, Godtree Eltree, which is 5-star level 80 Guardian, and is using a Sacred Jewel because I don't have another Evil Shard. So you can see my first stage, I was pretty lucky. I got the bunnies. Actually, I don't consider this a lucky stage. I don't like this stage. I prefer, there's a better one now with like a Lilith or something, a Maria, and like Rantoul and that Salamander thing. There's like 6 better elemental ones that can actually sustain your damage. Every time I get this stage, I end up killing like 2 or 3 of these stupid things because I get a critical hit or something. And then my Brave Burst gauge doesn't charge fully either, so I usually have to kill off one of them anyways. With this team I don't have to though, because I have 2 leaders with the leader skill that fills BB gauge Pulsating Retribution, so I could just guard this entire stage. But at the same time, I'm using a rainbow team this time, so you go about farming this one a little differently. So you can see that I target each one of these slimes using my units that have strong elemental attacks against them. So for example, with the white slime, I use my Kukuri to attack him. With the red slime, I use my Alimo to attack him. So I got them all low, I filled up all the BB gauges, and then I just go for 4 of my AoE BB attackers to clear the entire map, and then I targeted the elemental weak slimes with my Eltree and my Alimo. So my Alimo killed the thunder one, and my Eltree killed the thunder one, and my Alimo killed the fire one. You can see the points I got, 130k, which was decent, I guess. I could probably achieve the same amount of points using my Mono Dark team. So the second stage here, I think I was lucky or unlucky. I did this in a bad way. This is the first time I encountered these guys. Actually, I wasn't really sure what to do. Looking back at this, I probably should have whittled each one down. The jewel ghosts using my Kukuri, and the metal ghosts using my Holy Master M, and I would have got a lot more points. At the same time, I would have had to sustain my units with my 2 healers. I think it would have been possible. I just wasn't really thinking at this time. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I ended up just killing them. I got 2 multi-kills though. So the thing here is you can actually multi-kill without Brave Burst as long as you kill them in the same turn, just so you know. So I didn't get the optimal points with this stage. So I got 32k for multi-kills, 73k in total for this stage, which is still, it's pretty decent. I would have got much more if I had gotten one of the different round 2 mobs though. And especially like a rainbow one that I could have slowly brought down and then Brave Burst. So this one, also unlucky or lucky, I guess. With a rainbow team, if you Kukuri, then I guess it's okay. If I had gotten 2 of these, I probably would have rage quit, because I ended up speeding up this video 8 times right now because of how long it takes for me to actually kill this thing. This actual entire run took 32 minutes, I think, and killing this guy probably took at least I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, because I only had 1 Kukuri, which is also why I like running Mono Dark, because if I've ever run into these guys, I can kill them so fast. I usually bring like 4 or 5 Kukuris, and it's just, 10-minute runs, big points. It's really great. With this team, it's just me guarding with everybody, and then attacking with my Kukuri. So that brings me to another thing. I don't really like running rainbow teams here, just because you lose so much damage. So first of all, you swap out 2 attackers for 2 healers. On top of that, Kukuri is pretty much stronger than every other unit here except for my Ez. And when you use 2 Dark Leaders, you get 100% attack bonus. So you basically doubles your damage. And with a mono dark team, Frontier Hunter's more about killing them before they kill you. With a rainbow team, it's more about sustaining and slowly whittling each enemy down and then going for the multi-kill, which is acceptable. So here I got about 100,000 points. Also got like another 20k from the silver coins, I guess, which was pretty good. But if I had gotten a rainbow mob, I probably would have gotten more points, like this mob, for example. Frontier Hunter End is actually, it's quite a bit harder. It's easier to score, but the enemies are actually a lot stronger. So with this one here, again, first time I ran into these guys using a rainbow team. Well, this is like my second rainbow run ever. My first one I used an Ilmina lead. I got through it, got about 550k points, but I also got really lucky with the spawns. This is a more practical one, I think, where you use BB gauge filling leaders and bring 2 healers, so you have basically almost infinite sustain, so you can slowly attack each one. The only problem with this is though, because your healers are also, like my Eltree is my only earth unit, my Alima is my only water unit, it's really hard for me to use them to bring an enemy low because I need to be constantly healing with them as well. So you can see here, in this run I only actually hit a Lulu maybe 5 times with my Eltree because I'm too busy just trying to stay alive here. Also, when I first started this stage, I was just going to hit each one by one and try to bring them low, but you could see that they did so much damage. My Elimo actually died there. I had to use Revive. I think at this point I was like, okay, by the time I actually bring them all down, I'm going to be out of items. I'm going to be out of revives, or I'm going to leave this stage with a couple units dead. So I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to kill at least one of them. That way I can actually sustain the damage with my healers. So I think I opt to kill the Succubus here. I ended up focusing her and getting her off the map. That way, you know, one good idea for Frontier Hunter is if there's a stage you want to farm, but it's hard to farm because they do too much damage, just kill one of them off and then farm the rest of them. Or just get them all low. Like, if I use Mono Dark, generally I'll just get them all low and then Brave Burst kill them within like 3 or 4 turns, which is about the length of a Demon Flute. Because Demon Flute basically gives you infinite sustain with a Mono Dark team. That's why you don't need healers. But here, yeah, I ended up killing the Succubus, and then I wanted to bring these guys down slowly. But also I was getting really tired of this because at this point I was probably already like almost 20 minutes in. Like I said before, normally a run with my dark team only takes 10 minutes. So I was getting really bored already, and I just wanted to kind of finish this. Because based on what I saw at this point, I already knew I would be able to get over 500,000 points. Because after this stage I'd be somewhere around like, I guess 400,000 at the end last stage. As long as I score over 50,000 with the extra points, I'll easily be over 500,000. So I already knew I was gonna get over 500,000. So I just started attacking these guys with anything just to bring them all low. I still wanted to go for the 3 enemy unit multi-kill though. So I do bring them down slowly, I think. And at this point I don't really care too much about elemental strong attacks anymore. You can see like I just hit Alemia with my Ash there. And I'm also, like I said, I keep getting really scared that I'm going to lose my units because they do so much damage. A good thing to point out here is Godtree, Eltree. If you're going to run 2 Brave Burst filling units, you have to bring Eltree. In Frontier Hunter End, enemy units use a lot of negative status ailment effects, like weakness or injury. So you have like defense debuffs. So if you leave that on and you let the enemies hit you for a turn with that, then you pretty much are going to lose a unit. You can see there I targeted the Lulu and I hit it with my Eltree last just for a couple extra points. Yeah, so that one was pretty good. About 100,000 points is, again, I got 30,000 for weak elemental attack. I guess what they call it here, weak elemental attack. I've been calling it strong elemental attack, so I've been wrong. Oh, yeah, and then I got this stage. I would say this is probably one of the This one or the Cephia stage is like the hardest to sustain through. I don't think I've ever ran into 6-star units here. I thought that was a possibility, but I've never seen them before. I've only run into this one, the Locke, Dean, Lorand units, and Cephia units, and the Saria units, or the single Saria unit. Again, there you see like I have to have Eltree, or I'm gonna be out of pure elixirs like nothing. I think I'd use a pure elixir there anyways to, yeah, cure my Eltree. So for this one, based on the previous stage, I was thinking, okay, if there was no way I could sustain through that previous stage, there's no way I can sustain through this one. So I wanted to kill Amy off first so that I could just bring the other 3 down slowly. So I tried that for a while. Oh, right now you can see, like, I was really lucky. I had a lot of items. I started this stage with 3 defense elixirs and 2 demon flutes, and normally you only get to the end stage and you only have like 1 defense elixir and 1 demon flute. So I was really lucky in that sense. Almost lost my Kikiri there as well. Yeah, I'm still trying to kill Amy right now. Because I have so many items too, I can actually sustain through all 4 of the enemy units being up right now. Whereas if I had no items, there is no way I would have been able to sustain through them, because my Eltree and Alimo kind of go cure with one, and then the next turn I cure with the other one, and then there's the third turn, which is like a standby turn, which I don't have either of them up, where I need to use elixirs or I need to have a demon flute on to recover my units. And as long as I have items, I can keep tanking the stage with the 4 enemy units. But you can see I used my last demon flute already. So Amy's almost dead at this point. And I saw that I still had 6 elixirs, 1 defense elixirs, and I still had 1 revive. So I think I got them low enough that I wanted to pull off a 4 unit multi-kill. So I kind of backed off on Amy a bit, and I started focusing the other units. For most of this run, I don't think I cared too much about using weak elemental attacks, or for this stage at least, just because this was the boss stage. I'd already achieved over 500k, and it was my first time running it, and I just wanted to see how much damage I could take and how I could actually survive, if it was plausible or not. And then about when I almost killed Amy, I realized, oh, I probably could have farmed the stage out as long as I have items. So I think, yeah, I end up just using weak elemental attacks on them until they're all low right now. Of course, my M and my Kikiri don't have any, they're not strong against any of the enemy elements. So I'm just using them to attack anyways, because I know that I need to get them low as fast as possible, because again, almost lost 3 units that turn. Like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, one wrong move. My Ashley could be walking up to the Elmina, you know, she slips, she's dead. Just like that. You know, you look away for 1 second, one of your units is dead. And that's how close it was. That is pretty close to being over. Yeah, look at all those, like a ton of status debuffs, and then all gone because I have Eltree. Like, if you don't have Eltree, I guess you have to use an Elmina lead. And then that means you just have to bring, like, oh, I lost my Ez. Yeah, so I guess I revived him. Yeah, if you don't have, or if you use Elmina, then you wouldn't use Eltree because you already have an Earth unit. So I think the last time I ran this, instead of using Eltree, I used my 6-star Lance. But I mean, I think Elmina's probably better than 6-star Lance, actually. Because she has higher defense and wreck. Or not, maybe just wreck. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think this is a pretty good party. Yeah. So close every turn. Like, I'm out of pots right now. Out of revives. I mean, I remember thinking at this point, like, oh, I need to end it right now. So I'm saving the Brave Burst on my 4 attackers. They're all pretty low right now. I think maybe next turn I'm going to end this. Okay, I lost my Limo. That was not good. So, I mean, at this point, I know I have to end it right now. because I already lost 1 unit. When you lose 1 unit and you sustain a fight, you're just gonna lose. So yeah, I ended right now. So all 4 attackers AoE Brave Burst. Then, and then I selected the Amy and I attacked with my Eldtree just for the extra weak elemental attack bonus. And there you have it. So I got 17.5k for weak elemental attacks, and then I didn't see what I actually got in total points there. I think it was over 100k. Was it? I don't know, because I ended off that with 570k. So yeah, with the extra bonus points you get, like I didn't get much for sparking because I didn't really spark that much. I usually max out for sparking if I use my Kikiri team. But that's pretty much it for the video. So if you guys want to see, I have 2 other links here. The link on the top is to my Frontier Hunter middle video with my Mono Dark team, pretty much 4 Kikiris and 2 Magruses. And then the bottom video is my Frontier Hunter and the original run I did with my Mono Dark team, which only took about 10 minutes to run as well.